Hey everybody, welcome to Wine Light Media. I'm Brad and I bring you the story behind Niagara's finest wines, and I've got a beautiful wine here for you today. I haven't done a review in a while. I wanted to be inspired by something before I did my next review, and I'm coming off the heels of Cuvée 2017, so I got to taste a lot of wines that night. I was kind of in and out of there early. I did a little promo video. If you want to check that out, you can see it on YouTube, Cuvée. Just check out our Wine Light Media and my channel, and you'll see it there. A little teaser, let you know what goes on there. Just beautiful food and wine, obviously. But I was really inspired after I tasted this wine for a couple of reasons. If you're like me and you're always rooting for the underdog, you usually like small family-owned businesses. You gravitate towards them. I know I do. So one of the wineries there, it's pretty much a one-man show, and he owns the business. He is the winemaker. He is the vineyard manager, so he tells the growers what to do, and he farms his own vineyard. He comes from a background of farming, and his father was a amateur winemaker, so he grew up with a winemaking mentality. Just it was in his roots, his background. So I'm talking about Kevin Penegapka. I hope I pronounced that right. And he's from a winery called 2027. And 2027, what that means, that's his grower number when he registered with his as a grower in Ontario. His number was 2027. So keeping it simple, that is his winery name. And so I'm just going to show you the label here. 2027. Okay, now so here's the deal. Kevin Penegapka, like most, work for other people first, and then want to establish their own business. So that's exactly what he did. Like I said, he came from a background of sort of farming and wine, grew up with it. And then he went to Niagara College, graduated from that. I think he traveled a bit to maybe New Zealand, came back, worked for a couple wineries in Niagara, and then, just wanted to start his own business like any entrepreneur does. And he started 2027, so he just, I think he just buys grapes off growers. He does own one vineyard in the St. David's Bench area that's right before you get into Niagara Lake, and that's just a Pinot Noir vineyard. And he rents space to make his wine out of Featherstone Winery, and at first he was known as a virtual winery because he just used their license, but just recently, in the last, I think, 2 years, he's got his own manufacturing license, so he can sell his own wine directly to the LCBO and to restaurants under his own license. So he owns his own wine. Finally, his dream is starting to come true. And, with most artisanal products, you expect to pay a big premium, right? A high price. And Kevin Penegapka has just released a Chardonnay from his Foxcroft Vineyard, which is located, I think, in Vineland, sort of similar to the Bachelder wines, the Wismer Vineyard. So he calls it the Foxcroft Block, I think. That Chardonnay is actually only $22.95, I think, or $21.95, so around $22, $23 at the LCBO. Absolutely amazing price for a small crafted, all hand-picked, hand-sorted, handmade wine. I mean, you're talking really a one-man show, like I said from the beginning. There's nobody else. He probably bottles his own wine too, right? I mean, so from really total grassroots to the time you get it in the bottle, $22, that's amazing. So in my mind, he's a renegade when it comes to artisanal products, because I've yet to see a product that is, under $40 or $50 that's, handcrafted, artisanal, family owned, all that, So for $22, absolutely stellar price point. I think he's leading the pack now. Like I said, he's a true renegade when it comes to, owning his own business and having an affordable wine. I've never seen that done before in Niagara. And just by the way, that Foxcroft Vineyard Chardonnay scored 90 points amongst all the Wine Line Wolf Pack, as I like to call them. They all kind of stick together, right? 90 points. And they're very, very hard on reviews. So when I tasted that one at Cuvée, there's a gentleman in front of me, and he was saying, well, it's missing this, it's missing that. I think that Chardonnays, they can have a couple different versions. They can be very, very acidic, fresh, light, Chablis style. So very mineral-driven Chardonnays. And then you get kind of, the super rich, oaky, buttery Chardonnays from California. His sort of sits in the middle. As soon as I sipped it, I thought oysters right away, because it's got a nice fresh dryness on the finish. Starts with a little bit of honey oak, but finishes like with a lemon zest, which is perfect for seafood. So it'd be a perfect seafood wine. This Chardonnay I have for you today is kind of his bigger upper echelon wine. I think this is like $40 regular price. I picked it up at the LCBO for $25. Again, insane, right? For, artisanal made wine that is at this quality. It's a 13% alcohol wine. It comes from the Beamsville bench. So Kevin Penegapta is huge on bench. You can see that. So he's must be a minerality, like limestone junkie, right? He's got St. David's Bench vineyards. He's got vineyards in the Vineland, Wismar, right under the escarpment on the bench, I guess you'd call it. And Beamsville bench is where this comes from. So there's the label again, 2027. They're all pretty simple, but this is just a more buttery, oaky style of wine, which is what I love. I mean, don't get me wrong, oysters, seafood, I love the Chablis style, but if I'm just, sitting at home, there is really nothing better than a nice, beautiful, buttery, Chardonnay. So let's just give this a shot here. When I say beautiful buttery, I don't mean like the California popcorn, super woody, oaky taste in your mouth. I just mean like if you licked a stick of butter. That's the type of Chardonnay I like. And somebody told me this is, like that. Hidden Bench has a Chardonnay like that. So let's just see how this is. I usually critique everything to Hidden Bench's Chardonnay because I think it's the best in Niagara. The back shell theirs are obviously beautiful, but I really like that Hidden Bench Chardonnay for some reason. Oh, this is beautiful. Butter, oak, a little bit of burnt creme brulee. See, this is the type of stuff I love, right? You still smell like a cool, like cream on it though. And that's our cool climate bringing you that. So instead of all those tropical notes that you get in Australian or California Chardonnays that are more, I'd say, like popcorn, tropical fruits, right? Pineapple and really rich stuff. You get like butter, a little bit of popcorn, but you also get these light creamy notes like a creme fraiche. I actually smell a little bit of coffee in here too. I mean, I don't know, but let's just give it a shot. It smells rich. I love it already. Whew. Wow. That is unbelievable smooth. I mean, it's like pure silk. This doesn't really taste or feel like you're drinking alcohol, which is dangerous because you could probably just really long finish. I mean, I'm still tasting it. Honestly, I could probably walk around for 15, 20, half hour, still taste it like, after you chew bubblegum and you spit it out and you got that bubblegum taste in your mouth. I mean, the flavor remains in your mouth. It's very long, it's very luxurious, this product, Again, I would think you'd pay $50, $60, if it's California, $70, $80 for a bottle of this. I mean, you pay that for Kistler's, right? And this is up there with that lushness. When I do this video, red wine drinkers are going to be like, why are you reviewing white wine? We don't like white wine. And I would say to them, Chardonnays like this that are super creamy and, you know, oaky, but not oaky to the point where you're tasting just wood. It's more of a creme brulee, like I said, creme fraiche type thing. It's a full-bodied white. Red wine drinkers would like this because it's got, if you drink Cabernet, you taste that creamy vanilla oak. You taste that in here, right? So on a hot day, instead of grabbing Cabernet, which is maybe a little hard to drink on a hot day, you should try this. Try an oaky, delicious, full-bodied Chardonnay. Because, you know, it's incredible. So it's to me, I look at like bigger Chardonnays like a transition wine for redheads. Redheads, get into this, and once you do, it's very hard to get you out of it. I mean, I got one person into this Chardonnays, creamy Chardonnays, and now they won't drink red wine, and they only drank red wine before. Blows your mind. Anyway, this wine is mind-blowing. It's even got here, it says 175 cases made. 175. If we're talking about a normal winery, that would be like 1,175 cases, or, you know, 10,175 cases made. So super small production. I'm definitely going to get one more of these for my cellar. I would urge you to check out 2027. Right now at the LCBO, you can get both the Wismer Vineyard Foxcroft $22 bottle Chardonnay, which I get. It's more of a bridge wine between, you know, the Lush and the Chablis style, so it's sort of right in the middle, you know, but more on the fresh side, so good for oysters. And this is good for, I would say, pretty much any meal or on its own, because it's delicious. And if you taste it, you'll know what I mean. So that's it. If you're looking for a Chardonnay, please try 2027 and message me some comments on your feedback. Till next time, cheers.